Thank you. Dear colleagues, to be clear right from the start, my group is in favor of a strong CBAM. It has climate transition at its core. CBAM is an environmental instrument and not a protectionist one. And let us not forget, the climate crisis is a global crisis. We need an effective global instrument, and CBAM can be this tool. But in order to achieve our climate goals, we need to be ambitious. I fully agree here with the rapporteur. Therefore, I'm happy to present a few key points that are reflected in our amendments and that are crucial for our group. First and foremost, we support the shortening of the transitional period by a year, during which there will be only collection of data on imports. This shortening is necessary to have an efficient instrument functioning as soon as possible and to end the existing carbon leakage provisions, free allowances and indirect cost compensations, ideally by 2025. It is time to put an end to decades of exemptions from payments of pollution. And at the moment, over 95% of EU industrial emissions are covered by free emission allowances. The system is not working adequately. We still emit too much CO2. Both free allocation and compensation for indirect emission costs weaken the price signal that the system provides and affect the incentives for investments into further reduction of emissions. Therefore, we believe that we need an early phase out and that we have to cover indirect emissions right from the start, especially the energy mix to produce these goods in more sectors than those listed in the Commission proposals. Therefore, in our amendments, we added some sectors such as aluminium products and we removed exemptions from ferroalloys and ferroscrap to avoid circumvention. We also asked the Commission to propose further extensions and a proper legislation to cover downstream products. We also would like to introduce some safeguards to prevent imports into the EU of electricity from nuclear power plants not meeting the EU standards and to prevent the risk of slowing the energy transition into the EU neighbouring countries. In order for this mechanism to come to life, we support a centralised CBAM authority to prevent the risk of forum shopping and to increase efficiency. Moreover, we need more sound procedures for the calculation of embedded emissions in third country installations, and we must avoid loopholes. Therefore, the rule on circumvention have to be very strong. We had a good text in INTA on it. Well, we worked very hard for it, but unfortunately, INTA opinion was not adopted. Therefore, we would like to propose to build on our amendments on circumvention and to adopt strong penalties and sanctions. These are important to push industry to provide data on real embedded emissions and to make sure CBAM is a trustworthy system, because CBAM has to fully respect the WTO compatibility in order that it can work. And in INTA, we had a good opinion, and we should take on board the text as well. To conclude, to fight the climate change, we cannot allow us to leave least developed countries behind, and therefore we should take these issues in the final text. I'm looking forward to work with all of you on a good text in order to introduce an effective CBAM as soon as possible. Thank you very much.